I actually really dislike the paternalism surrounding game design industries, and kind of related to it are the talks that are given by people who have made successful video games saying, I did this thing and this is how it was successful. There is definitely such thing as good design, and there's definitely such thing as optimizing your game for that kind of success. But I am more interested in the conversations that ask, how can we draw more attention to games that extend or deepen or add nuance to a discussion outside that metric of success? How do we shine a light on those things that, because they're not successful, people don't notice, but they're just as, if not more, important as the successful titles? What I really want to see is half the people making games at the moment to just stop making games and go make something else, and a whole bunch of people, more than before, to be making game-like experiences, and they should not have played games. They should just not have made games before. Because what we get then is, I think, a real influx of outsider culture and outsider understanding of art. And that's great. And then, the problem there is that there's a whole bunch of specific problems that have been solved and might need to be transferred into the newer generations of game makers. And that's good, because those problems can be viewed at with a fresh eye, but you might have other ones that you need to very carefully curate, because so there's a whole bunch of ideas like that I'd like to see. Anyway, very quickly, in conclusion, video games are not just one thing. People want to make different experiences, and we don't all want the same outcomes. People question the metrics of success, because that success is not apolitical. That success has implications for how we experience and view the world around us. The ways in which we talk about video games and the language around that matters. And yeah, I'd love to see you make things. I want to see more fringe work. I want to see things that shock and amaze me, that make me go, that wasn't possible, or I didn't know that games could be that. I'm very bored of what has been done, and I think also as time progresses and as we often talk about video games as a young medium and excuse its flaws for that. We say, it's fine because video games don't know themselves yet. I think video games know themselves too well. I think they're old and curmudgeony. That's it. They should just go away and get reborn into a new creature. And the only way to do that is by taking ownership of it. So talk about authorship, ownership, and leadership. And they've all got their own nuances. Don't worry about that for now. Just know that you have not just the power, but also in some ways the responsibility to create challenging, ethical works of art. Go forth, do that thing.